Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how to make one of these really cool crochet cactus or cacti. I got this pot from a garden centre, but you can get them from Amazon as well, I think, or else you can crochet one of your own if you're feeling a bit adventurous, but I think they look really nice inside the kind of terracotta pots. And I've got lots of different variations, as you can see. Right, so what do you need for this project? Well, of course you're going to need your crochet hook. I'm using a 3.75. I know that's a bit of an obscure size, so if you only have a 4 or a 3.5, that's fine, but of course you're really going to use the hook size that your yarn calls for. So I've got some really kind of basic acrylic yarn here. This one is a Stylecraft Special DK, and this is going to be the main colour of the cactus, and this is going to be my flower on the top. I'm also going to need my scissors, as always, and a yarn needle to sew things in. Of course, we're going to need our toy stuffing, which you can get from any good craft store, or of course online. You can get anything online. And I've got some safety eyes. Now the cacti that I have here don't have any eyes on them, but I thought it'd be fun to add some eyes on. If you don't have safety eyes, you can buy them online. On eBay is where I get mine, or else you can just embroider eyes on, or you can leave it without any eyes at all, so it's up to you. Okay, let's get started. So starting with the green yarn, we're going to make a chain, okay? So to do a chain, you need to start with a slip knot, and in order to make a slip knot, you need to wrap the yarn around your finger, make an X, take this piece of yarn here, cross it over, pull up this piece, put your hook in, take your finger out and pull like that, okay? And then you just want to pull to close up the loop around your hook, and there you have your slip knot. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is some chain stitches, and we want to chain 19 in total. So the way that you do that is you put some yarn over your hook and then pull it through the loop, the slip knot you just made. So that's 1, yarn over, pull it through, 2, yarn over, pull it through, 3, and just keep doing that until you have 19 stitches. Okay, so it should look something like this when you're done. The next thing you want to do is you want to single crochet in every single chain across, starting with the second chain from your hook. So we're going to ignore that one and we're going to go into this one. Can you see how it would be pretty impossible to go into that one anyway? So the next available stitch really, and you're going to do a single crochet as you normally would. This is US terminology, by the way. And you're going to do that all the way along, so at the end you should have 18 single crochet. 17, 18. Okay, once you're at the end, it should look something like that. And the next thing you want to do is one chain, so again that yarn over and just pull through, and then you're going to turn your work to this side. Okay, so what we're going to do now for the next 20 rows, and it does go by quickly because it's only a short piece of yarn, is we're going to do single crochet into the back loops of each stitch along. Okay, so if you remember, a single crochet looks a bit like a V. You've got the bloop bloop, and this one here is the loop facing you, so that's going to be your front loop, which means this one here will be the back loop. So I'm going to ignore that one, and I'm just going to go straight into that back loop, and that is 1. Okay, and again in the next one, just going to go into the back loop only, yarn over, pull through 2. So this one is the front, this one is the back. I'm going to ignore the front and go into the back, yarn over, pull through 2, and I'm going to do that all the way across. And when I get to the end, I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to turn my work again, and I'm going to single crochet in the back loops again, and then I'm going to chain 1, turn my work again. I'm going to do that 20 times, okay? If you don't feel like counting as you're going, you don't have to. You can just count the rows once you're done, or you can even put a stitch marker in here or you don't really need to. You could just count all of the rows until you have 20 plus this one you started with, so it'd be 21. Okay, I'll see you back when that's done. So when you're done with your 20 rounds, it should look a little something like this, and it becomes clear why we crochet into the back bit of part of the stitch, because it creates that ridged effect that will make it look more like a cactus in the end. Okay, so next we need to cut off, leaving a really long length of yarn, because we're going to use that to sew it all together. So it's better to have more than not enough, because I hate that when you have to attach more yarn. There's nothing more annoying. So cut a nice long length, and before we do sew it together though, we're going to put the safety eyes on. If you're embroidering eyes, then you don't need to do it right now. I mean, you can do it right now, but you could do that at the end. But if you're doing safety eyes, it's best to do them now. So I'm going to do them in the middle. So I'm just going to fold it like that to find the middle, and like that. So they're going to go, one's going to go there, and just imagine it'll be curled around like that, so I want the eyes to be visible. So we'll put the other one there, and I'm not giving you sort of exact locations where to put them, just because it's something that you need to sort of decide really. If you want them lower down, that's fine. If you want them higher up nearer the flower, you could put them sort of higher up or lower near the bottom of the pot. It's really up to you, but I think they'll look quite cute in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to attach those at the back, and then I will come back. Okay, there they are. Now the next thing to do is also optional. I'm going to attach a little smile to my cactus, and like I said, you don't have to do that, and it comes out still quite chic and quite cool without it. However, I'm going to go for the more sort of cartoon kawaii effect by putting a little smile on mine as well. So the way that I'm going to do that is I'm just going to go from the back between the two eyes, a little bit lower down, about there. Leave a bit at the back, that'll all be sewn in anyway. Just go up to about here, then go across the back and come out in the same position on the other side. So that gives you one half of the smile. Then just go back into that middle stitch where you went in the first place and join the smile. You see, it just makes it quite cute. Okay, next thing, you don't need to cut that off because it'll be hidden in a sec. Next thing is joining it all together, okay? So we still need our yarn needle, and we've got that long tail that we kept earlier, so we're going to thread that on. And this part is where it can be quite confusing, so just stay with me. So you want to attach the other side, so top, just bring it through, and then we're going to use the drawstring method, okay? So all that means is, it's not that complicated, you just go in, oh, knocking things over, and then out again, okay? So in, and what's great about this, if this side doesn't look neat, this is where the flower's going to go anyway, so it'll cover it up. And also the bottom is going to be inside the little pot, so it doesn't have to be the neatest thing in the world. So into the centre and then out. And I'm just going to do that all the way around, and then I'll come back and show you what you need to do when that's done. If that has worked, you should be able to just pull on this end. Yay, it worked. A bit like when you do the magic ring, and it should then just close up. Okay, next step is, let's just tuck all the loose ends inside. Next step is just to simply sew these two sides together all along here, and then when you get to the bottom again, I'll show you what you need to do from there. So when that's all sewn up, you should have something that looks a bit like this. So we've got a nice opening there. Let's use this opportunity to stuff the cactus. And if you put loads of stuffing in, it can sometimes come out with a bit of a ball shape, especially if you didn't chain as many as I did in the first place, if you want more of that ball look. Or you can even just do that, and that's more of a ball as well. I'm going to put a bit more stuffing in mine. And then to sew up the bottom, we're just going to do the same drawstring method that we did before. So that was inwards. See, it's a good idea to leave a long length of yarn now, and out and into the middle, and out. Oh. So just do that all the way around again, and I will see you in a second to make our flower and to sew the flower on. So once again, you should be able to just pull the drawstring closed, and this time, because this end is not going to be covered, I mean it is going to be in the bottom of the plant pot, I'm just going to secure it with some extra sewing in, just because the hole doesn't close all the way. So just go kind of randomly across here and there. And there's Mr. Cactus waiting patiently for us to finish his little flower hat. So, magic ring to begin with. To make the flower, we are going to wrap the yarn around our finger. Pick up, so you've got an X, pick up the yarn to the right and put it over to the left. Pick up this piece, put your hook in, pull that tight, yarn over and pull through the little gap there. I've got a video that goes into more detail on how to do the magic ring, so please take a look at that if you didn't quite catch it. Otherwise, let's carry on. We're going to put 6 stitches into the magic ring. So 1, 2 and 6. Pull on the tail to close it, and go back into your first stitch, and we're going to increase up to 12 stitches. Okay, so that'll be 2 stitches into every single stitch. So 1 and 2 together, 3 and 4 together, etc. until you get to 12 stitches. Okay, now I have 12 stitches. The next thing I need to do is start making those petals. So I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to go into the second chain from my hook with a single crochet, and into the next chain with a single crochet, and then into the next stitch on the actual circle itself I'm going to do a slip stitch, and that's 1 petal created already. And I'm going to do that again, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet into the second chain from the hook, single crochet into the next stitch, and slip stitch into the next stitch on the circle. So I'm going to keep doing that till I'm around the other side. Okay, I'm on the 12th one, this is going to be the last one, so chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in the second chain from the hook, single crochet in the next chain, and slip stitch into the next stitch. So really pretty flower. So then we're going to leave a long tail, snip it off, and isn't it lovely? So what I like to do with the long, the tail in the middle, so the tail we got from making the magic ring, is just thread that onto my needle and just poke that into the middle of the cactus, because then that way I know it's going to be centralised. So just pull that through, random side, and we'll cut that off in a second. Doesn't he look cute? And then we're going to take this tail and put it onto our needle. And then we're just going to go and sew this on all the way around. So it's all hidden underneath, so it doesn't need to be the neatest work you've ever done in your life. Just as long as it's secure is the main thing. And of course, if you're giving this to a child, you're really going to want to make sure it's secure, because children like to test things. If it's just going to be for an adult to go, or even for yourself to go on your shelf, then you don't need to worry as much as if it were going to be played with. Okay, so I'll finish that off and then I'll show you the finished product. Okay, that's all sewn on. I'm just going to snip off these bits now. Pull it tight and snip. And the one on the back, pull it tight and snip. And there we have our little cactus friend. Just going to put him in his pot. And there he is with all of his friends. So they make really, really cute gifts. If you're just a cactus fan, you can keep them for yourself. I do recommend getting the cute terracotta pots because I just think they finish it off. But like I said, you could crochet your own equally as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.